Hello there, Taurus. Welcome to Dragon Tail Tarot. My name is Ariel, and this is your tarot and astrology reading for November 1st through 15th. This is going to get into a lot of energy as we're moving through to the Scorpio time of year and moving through November, this first half of November. So, Taurus, the first few quick couple notes before we get started. This is a general reading. It will not resonate with every single Taurus out there. If it does resonate with you, those are meant for you. If the messages don't resonate with you, kick them on out to another Taurus because it's meant for them. So also check your Sun, Moon, Mercury rising. That is what this is mostly going to focus on for you, Taurus, because you may find that other readings for your other placements in your chart will resonate more on different levels, like your Moon sign will resonate more for what's going on in your interior emotions. The Venus sign will resonate more with what's going on in love life, etc. So all Taurus cross watchers are highly welcome to be here as well. So while you're thinking about it, please, if you have not yet, reach out, hit that subscribe button, and join the Dragon family. Also, give it that dragon claw up by clicking that like button and let me know that you enjoyed the content here today. All of my information, including how to book personal readings, more information on the card decks I use, how to leave a donation, etc., are all in the description box. So let's get going for you, Taurus. Astrologically, just a few notes for you. This is definitely an interesting time of year because we are moving through a couple planets in Scorpio. We've got the Sun going through Scorpio. We've got Mars getting ready to go into Scorpio later in the month. We've got Mercury in retrograde right now, which is throwing communications for a loop, but it's also in Scorpio. So communication is definitely strange right now, a little bit unclear, confusing. And for you, Taurus, because all that Scorpio stuff is the opposite of your sign, it's all doing that little opposition. It can be like a tug of war, or it can be like two people dancing. It's really one or the other. Sometimes that energy feels really hard and it's like, come on, let's just get something going. But other times it can feel really symbiotic, like two sides of the coin for you. You will definitely feel, though, that push and pull energy, whether it comes out in a more challenging way or in a more positive way. So just be on the watch for that. We are also building up to your full moon of the year, Taurus. That is going to be on November 12th. I will be putting out readings for the full moon and what that's going to mean for each sign. So definitely make sure to subscribe so that you can keep up with that and hit your notifications so that you see it. Anyway, so your Venus sign, this is important because Venus is your ruling planet. So Venus is moving from the last degree of Scorpio right over to Sagittarius on November 2nd. That is a very big shift for you because Venus moving from that, like I said, that polarity of Scorpio, which has been kind of push-pull, will be moving to Sagittarius, which is much more positive, abundant, optimistic, and upbeat. So you'll be feeling more, adventurous, a little bit more explorative. It will be moving through your universal 8th house at the same time, which is the Scorpio house. So it's a little bit of that Scorpio-Sagittarius mix. In relationships, you're really looking to get to the heart of the matter. You're looking for the ultimate truth. If you're with somebody that you feel like isn't being clear with you, isn't being direct, you really can't handle that. It's very hard for you. I would say, though, Taurus, just kind of ride the waves, go with the flow until we get out of Mercury retrograde on November 20th. That's also when Mars moves into Scorpio. The energy will start to get better and the communication will start to clear up, because what I will say is that during a Mercury retrograde, if you start a really intense conversation or even an argument, it kind of doesn't go anywhere. It fizzles out because the mental energy is so cluttery and confused under Mercury retrograde. And it's just not very clear. So you may find it's like, yeah, I tried to have this conversation, but didn't really accomplish anything. So save your energy if you can for a better time. So let's go ahead, Taurus, and get into some cards for you. I'm going to start with a major arcana, a druid spirit animal card, and a magical affirmation card to start your major themes for this November period. Dear angels, divine beings of light, guardians, ancestors, helpers, and healers, please be with the Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising sign of Taurus as we do their reading for November 1st through 15th, 2019. Please protect their energy as well as mine and bring through clear, accurate messages for their highest good. Thank you so much. Okay, yeah, look at that. So the Hermit card comes right up there, Taurus. This is very powerful. Like I said, this can be that explorative, pioneering feeling as you're kind of taking that journey through the dark, which Scorpio most definitely is a journey through the dark night of the soul, dark night of the psyche, the interior emotions. You're really digging out a lot of old, ingrained habits. And Taurus and Scorpio, these two signs, they're fixed. You're stubborn. You get dug into patterns and routines. So this is really saying maybe take a look at those to kind of see, like, if you talk really down about yourself, or you feel really negative, or you just, don't uplift yourself or give yourself good affirmations. Pay attention to where that comes from and why, because we want to get you on a better track. This is following your truth, following your star in the dark. So it's like, illuminating the darker parts of the soul. And this can feel like a little bit of a lonely period, Taurus. This, first half of November could feel a little bit like I'm all on my own out here, just following my light through this dark journey. But if you find yourself having a lot of solitary time right now, Taurus, it's meant for a reason. It's meant so that you can really get in touch with your deep inner voice. And having sometimes a lot of other people or distractions around you, it doesn't lend well for really doing that deeper soul searching that you're trying to do right now. So let's bring in a Druid animal card, see who comes up for you right now. Whew, feel these. Yeah, Taurus, you got a lot bouncing around back and forth. I can just feel that. Ooh, there he is, the Earth Dragon. The Earth Dragon is an earthy, deep, grounded, stable dragon, Taurus. So this is really getting into your own energy, combined with the power of the dragon energy, which I always dig, because as you know, I am a dragon and I love this. I love the dragon cards. But it's like, the dragon sitting on his, hoard of treasures. And whatever those treasures are for you, Taurus, they don't have to be monetary. They can be your gifts of creativity, your gifts of, stamina, endurance, resilience, whatever it is. The fact that you are such a good friend, so down to earth, a good partner, a good communicator. These are all your treasures that you're building up. And I believe that, combined with that Hermit card, as you're going on that spiritual kind of journey, it's like you need to be reminded that you have great powers of stability, fortitude, stamina, all of that good stuff coming through. So let's pull a magical spell card to get you a affirmation, what you should focus on right now. Oh, Taurus, I love this authenticity. Who I am, who I truly am, is good indeed. I am authentic in thought, word, and deed. So Taurus, whatever you do, to be the most true to yourself, the most authentic to yourself, honest with yourself and others, unapologetically yourself. Don't feel like you have to curtail yourself or hide yourself or change or alter yourself in some dramatic way just to please somebody else, because who you truly are is amazing and good and worthy. And, anybody that wants to be in your circle of friends, they're going to really love you for you, or they're not right for you. So be aware of that. Let the fake friends go. Let the shallow people go that don't really love you for you. So let's move Mr. Dragon over here And we're going to do a full Tarot Celtic cross spread for you, and we're going to see what comes out. I've got a beautiful new tarot deck. It's absolutely gorgeous. I will leave a link in the description box to where I got this, because I'm really enjoying it already. It's the same, as the regular tarot setup deck, but the artwork is really beautiful, so I'm enjoying it. All right, Taurus, so let's see what comes up for you. Taurus, Sun, Moon, Venus, Rising, November 1st through 15th, Spirit. Oh, so Taurus, look at that. Six of Cups comes up right away. That is at the center of your reading, and so this is all about sweetness, nostalgia, good memories, either from childhood or just something really good from the past. Many times the Six of Cups brings in, connections from the past. So let's pull a clarifier. I'm going to pull clarifiers out of my regular Rider-Waite deck, just to see kind of what crowns that energy, what might modify that energy. Okay, Taurus, wow. So this is a very actually grounded and rooted energy. I would say that this could even connect to, home, mother, family, sort of energy, because of this Queen of Pentacles crossing that Six of Cups. And, anything that gave you that stable, grounded sort of feeling, that gave you very solid roots, both emotionally and physically, coming up from the past. So yeah, absolutely. Anything that you do that, brings over that sort of very earthy power. Sometimes it could be as simple as cooking some old comfort foods that were favorites when you were growing up, connecting with old friends, family, loved ones, and just getting more and more in tune with yourself, because that is your own energy. That's, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn energy through that Queen of Pentacles. So, this is really pulling into some stabilizing nostalgia for you. Very beautiful. So let's see what's coming up in your immediate past. Okay. Ooh, so Taurus, very, very strong cards coming up here. And we're definitely going to modify each one of these as we go along. All right, so let's look at these, Taurus. So in the immediate past, we have that Nine of Cups. This is really like there's that wish fulfillment. You've really brought in quite a lot of energy that's very, very good, very positive for you. However, because it is the Nine of Cups and not quite the 10, you may still feel like, well, I'm almost there. I've really got a lot done, but I've still got a little bit further to go. So that's what's coming in from that past energy, and we will clarify that to see what comes up on top of the Nine of Cups. Yeah, Ace of Wands. So you've definitely taken a lot of action, Taurus. This is not you being idle at all. This is like brand new starts, brand new beginnings, passionate new growth. You've really done a lot of work to get to that better place. You're still on the journey, but it's definitely improved, and the mood has improved. So let's look at what Spirit really wants you to know, what your inner voice is saying. There's that King of Swords, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra energy, air energy. So like I said, right now communication is kind of cloudy, and this is really your inner spirit saying, I want clarity, I want complete transparency. I want, things to be made very, very clear to me. So you will be cutting through a lot of the cloudiness, cutting through a lot of anything that's kind of, veiling the true matter, the true heart of the matter, getting right to the center of things. Wanting to be very, very focused mentally on whatever it is that you're doing. So let's see what clarifies this King of Swords for you. Yeah, and the Magician comes up over that, Taurus. So, really, like, this is the beginnings of a lot of intellectual growth and power coming in, because those kings are big decision makers. If you've had a lot of things that, especially thoughts or ideas, negative people, negative feelings that have not served you well, that's cutting that out. And the Magician is coming in to recreate your reality. It's like, I need to create something new. And you're gonna take all of the elements of yourself, the earthy balance, your passion of heart, your fire, your drive, all of it comes together to create something new from the inside out. And look at that on the top, from the, your higher mind, from the divine consciousness. On the top of the Celtic cross is the Magician as well. So you're getting double up on this Magician card yet again. And I love this Magician card. He has the owl, on the shoulder. So this is that inner wisdom, journey through the dark, like we're taking with the Scorpio energy, right? And he's crowned with Mercury. The Mercury symbol is on his forehead. And the Mercury, retrograde is what we're really going through right now. So, like I said, Taurus, be a little bit patient with those answers coming, because you are so focused on getting to the heart of the matter. You're so focused on getting the answers that you seek. And I don't want you to get too frustrated, because right now it is frustrating. It is confusing. It is harder to get to those deeper, more accurate messages. So just go with the flow right now, because you've got to trust Spirit that the messages will come through. Clarity will be attained. Just don't give up on that focus. So let's pull a clarifier for this Magician on the top. Oh, the World card. Yes, Taurus. So this is also your own energy, because Taurus is represented in the World card, as well as Leo, Aquarius, and Scorpio. So these are all the fixed signs coming up, because this is a completion of a cycle. You really are stepping into like the last phase of something kind of like it's been difficult, not horrible, but it's just been like a lot of work to get to those new beginnings. But above and below is bringing in that Magician, the Alchemist. So believe, Taurus, inside and out, as above, so below, you are bringing in a new kind of alchemy, a new ability to create and recreate your future as you intend. So going into the near future is the Judgment card. Look at that. So this again, it's like breathing new life. Rising from the dead, literally, the spirit reviving. This is very appropriate for Scorpio energy, because it's like the angel is calling forth, the spirits, and they're rising again and living again and being refreshed. So this is your spirit being refreshed again as well, Taurus. And let's bring a clarifier for that Judgment card, please. Yes, and this is you getting unbound, getting unburdened. 8 of Swords, Taurus. So this is freeing you from bondage, from feeling just trapped, from feeling stuck, even though you're really, really not stuck. Always in this card, see, she's got the ability to back herself up, because her feet are not bound. She could back herself up against that sword and slice through those bonds and free herself. So this is partly Spirit liberating you and partly you liberating you. So this is like power in two directions there, Taurus. So let's look at what's coming up across the side for you here for suggested approach. We have the 3 of Coins, the architect. Look at him. He's building, looks almost like a cathedral, spiritual center, right? Which is also in the traditional Rider-Waite, is all about rebuilding. And it's kind of like it's rebuilding the spirit and the physical. So this is both about both, Taurus. And you may, if you've had any kind of physical setbacks, where you feel like your health has suffered, this can be about you also doing that, rebuilding your physical, whether it means getting back into exercising more, eating better, just taking good care of your physical body. Because Taurus, a lot of y'all, you have very, very strong physical bodies. That's a very strong trait of Taurus in general. And so a lot of times, because you are so strong and you've gotten so used to being able to just ride that vehicle kind of hard, it's like you don't always take time out for your well-being. And this could be saying, take some time out for your well-being, Taurus. Yes, and yeah, here we go. Balance of physical body and the spirit. Absolutely. So this is very strong with the Strength card and the Three of Pentacles. You are rebuilding both ways, and that is how you should really approach all this, is that you're not just rebuilding one or the other. It's both. The body-mind connection, the body-spirit connection is very, very strong here for you. Okay, so what you need to know about all of this, you've got your Two of Cups coming in here. Beautiful, kind of soul-connected, spiritual relationship energy. So let's pull a clarifier over that to get an idea of what kind of relationships that's bringing in, what kind of connections that's bringing in. Ooh, Ace of Pentacles. So, Taurus, this is bringing in very solid connections, not just like, ooh, I feel it in my soul. No, this is also bringing in very strong, physical bonds, very strong ties with that Ace of Pentacles, very fully realized and manifest. So it's not just all going to stay in your head or your heart. It's going to be real in the world. This could also bring in very strong potential business partners, people that help, promote your ideas or dreams, maybe even get you the financial backing that you need to make those take off. People that are more solid, more real, that are more invested and just have good follow through, Taurus. This is beautiful. So let's look at your hopes and fears. Right now, there's that Four of Swords. And this is perfect. This tells me so much because, like I said, you're needing to rebuild the physical body. You're needing to take good care of yourself. But Taurus, your real fear is like, if I take time out, I'm going to lose so much ground. But this is telling you, no, Taurus, you have got to take some breaks. You've got to sleep more. You've got to eat better. You've got to do the things that take good care of you. It's okay to take some breaks because you know what? The battle will still be out there when you're ready to go fight it. So don't worry. Take some time. Give yourself that rest and refreshment that you really need. Let's clarify that card real quick. Yeah. And there you go. This is Four of Pentacles. So this is a hard one for you, some of you out there, because this is general. So it may not, respond to all Taurus, but my goodness, some of you have a really hard time letting go and just relaxing because you're so like, I've got to stay on schedule. I've got to stay on track. And if I, sleep in today or if I take a day off work to rest, everything's going to fall apart. So Taurus, just remember that it will be okay. So this suggested outcome, this is really unusual, the potential future outcome, because I'm getting the Seven of Swords, which a lot of the time is deception, it's sneakiness, it's people not being fully honest with you, or you not being honest with yourself. So let's see what a clarifier comes up over that card, because that one tends to be a little bit icky. So I wonder what that's all about. Yeah, Queen of Cups. And I would say that Taurus, this is really about being very honest and transparent with your emotional life. That Queen of Cups, she's very intuitive, very emotionally strong, but she's a little bit closed up. Always. She doesn't immediately wear her heart on her sleeve. So this is kind of telling you, people may not be telling you everything that they're feeling. They might be a little bit deceptive. They might kind of be holding a few cards, close to the chest and not telling you the whole story. Or you may not be being completely honest with yourself about what you truly emotionally need and desire. So Taurus, that's really just a good reminder to say, be careful about, who you trust, especially in love, just because that is an emotional one. Yeah. And see that Seven of Cups it can be a little confusing. There could be a lot of different people coming at you right now, a lot of different opportunities. So just be careful with those. Look at them fully and really wait, because there's that Knight of Swords coming through. Like, again, I said, you're really desiring a lot of clarity mentally. So let's try to put off any major decisions until November 20th. After November 20th, Mercury goes direct, and it's going to be a lot easier to make those decisions. Taurus, this was a wonderful reading, and I hope you have a fabulous first half of November. I'll see you all very soon. Take care.